Welcome to The Hub, the main topic segment of our show. And as I mentioned in the intro, we have a lot of travel-related news, things to help you plan your summer vacations, which are right around the corner. So many things happening. And of course, Rachel is here to give us the rundown. So I'm going to turn it over to our trusty travel agent. So where are you taking us? Where are we going first?
Well, so we had a lot of news come out this week about a lot of different things, but there was a ton of promotional deals that were released. So I thought we would start with that. There's lots of different promotions. So what I always tell people is you have to think about the kind of trip that you want and which one fits you and the vacation that you want the best. So I'll start off with the first one. The first offer is there's one of these in early summer and also in late summer. It is up to 30% off of rooms. So the early summer offer is you have to stay 5 consecutive nights or longer. And it's most nights from May 1st to July 31st. And then the late summer room offer is also 5 consecutive nights or longer from August 1st to October 11th. So it really runs most of the summer through October 11th, which is when a lot of people start their fall breaks and such.
Is this their typical 30% off deluxe, 20-something% off of moderate?
25% off. But it's actually like they're not breaking it up based on category, right? So the 30% off is a lot of deluxe resorts. So that's pretty much standard.
Okay.
And then the 25% off is All-Star Sports, Animal Kingdom Villas, Art of Animation Family Suites, Coronado Springs, Polynesian, and Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside.
Now, why the 25%? Are they just trying to get people to stay there because no one wants to?
Yeah, so that 25% off category to me speaks to this is either deluxe resorts that are very popular, so we're dropping it down, or it is value and moderate resorts that are not very popular, so we're dropping it up, raising it up.
Right.
Because the low category is 20% or 15% off if it's a shorter stay, so like under 5 nights. And then that is the campsites, All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, Art of Animation, Little Mermaid, Caribbean Beach, and Pop Century.
Oh, so Art of Animation, just the Little Mermaid rooms?
Is in the lowest tier of discount. And then the family suites are in the middle tier because our Little Mermaid is more popular than the family suites.
Mm-hmm. You think this can help you with your possible trip?
I think what it does usually is either I'm able to apply it to folks' vacations and save them money, or when I quote people because they are looking to stay, sometime between now and October 11th, it just helps me give them a lower price point to start with. And so they are more interested in booking than they would be if I came out with like a rack rate sometimes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't know. Vacations are a little bit different than regular things that you would have promotions on, right? Like if I'm going to buy new clothes and I see that Old Navy is doing a 50% off of whatever I'm looking for, jeans or whatever. I'm now like, okay, you know what? I'm going to look at jeans and buy them even though I don't need them for a couple of months or whatever. I just know that on the horizon here, I'm going to want jeans and they're on sale. So I'm going to do it. I don't think Disney promotions are like that. It doesn't tend to get people interested in a vacation. It tends to get people who are already thinking about it and willing to book to be a little bit more willing. It becomes a little bit easier of a sell. But I don't see people like, oh, geez, now that Disney's running a promo, all of a sudden I want to take a vacation. It doesn't usually work that way.
Well, maybe that's because every single one of their promotions, there's always that Sophie's choice of,
I know.
Hey, I can save on the room, but I'm paying full price on the tickets. I can save on the tickets, but now I'm paying full price on the room. There's always
some, yeah.
It's like Jigsaw from the Saw movies came up with these promotions. Yeah.
That is true.
Your wallet can only go one way.
But you can, so that deal I was just talking about is a room only offer. So you can pair it with the ticket deals that came out. So there are also ticket deals that came out.
Oh.
Yeah. One of them is 50% off of kids tickets. Now, kids are just ages 3 to 9. So don't get excited there, parents, if you have a kid who's 10 or older.
But say
they don't count.
They're not a kid.
Yeah, right.
What are they still doing living at home? They should be out in the world.
Work.
But yeah, if you get a ticket for 3 days or longer, it's 50% off for your child age 3 to 9 from May 27th to September 20th. So that totally overlaps with the room offer.
So you can get both.
Yeah, my understanding is you cannot package them together, but what you could do is buy a standalone room package and then also buy your tickets on the promotional rate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could get both of those deals. The other deal on tickets that came out is my favorite one that comes out. They've done it for the last few years, really since the pandemic. They do a summer ticket deal. And last year there were two options. There was a 3-day ticket option and a 4-day ticket option. This year they only have a 3-day ticket option. And so the tickets start out at $89 per day plus tax. And it's a 3-day single park ticket. So 1 park per day. And you can visit Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom, but you cannot visit Magic Kingdom with that promotional ticket.
Weird.
So it's good if you don't want to go to Magic Kingdom. But here's what I say to people. This is ideal if you're traveling to Disney for 2 different times. One would be in the summertime when they have the Magic Kingdom after hours. You buy the 3-day ticket that doesn't include Magic Kingdom, and then you do Magic Kingdom as an after hours.
Oh.
And the other time is if you're going in the fall and they have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So then you go to the Halloween party for your Magic Kingdom time and you buy the cheap ticket for the other 3 parks.
That's good advice.
That's a good
yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So that 3-day ticket is date based and it has start dates from April 6th, which is like next week, through September 22nd.
And I don't need to make a package or anything to get.
You
this
do
deal.
not.
I don't. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, this is interesting because I asked my kids, I was like, because we're thinking about something like this, and I saw this promote when it was on your notes. It's like, I asked them, could you live without Magic Kingdom? And they're like, yeah, I just want to eat at Epcot and whatever, and stuff like that. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
They've seen it though.
Yeah,
So
they've seen it. That's the thing. Yeah.
If your kid has it and sees the castle and that's the mainstay of it, then I mean, now
I was
you got
going
a
to
bigger
say,
problem.
I would say no, because I think you would want to see Tiana's Bayou Adventure just to.
Yeah, I asked them that too, and they're like, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your kid's like, whatever, Dad. Just
They just want to, they don't care. They just want to go. And so whatever they
Yeah,
can get,
that makes
that's what they want to
sense.
do. I feel like that's where they're coming from.
till they get there, and then they're like, "Can we do that?" Like, no, remember you said you weren't worried about it.
Because I told them, I was like, what about Tiana? I was like, we can wait on that one.
It is kind of odd though with Universal opening Epic and so many people going down to see that that they would like to have that, where it used to be where you would go to Disney and have that one Universal day.
Yeah.
Now I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people going to Universal and you have that one Disney day. But like if they were to have included Magic Kingdom into this 4-day ticket offering for like $99 a day, that may have been like, well,
Balance it out.
Yeah, that might have helped people be like, well, we'll just try and make Epic Universe one day, since now you can get a 1-day ticket to it and see if we can get to see as much, because Disney's such a deal right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if like those going to Universal, if they have that one Disney day, which the Disney park they're going to pick? Probably
I don't
Magic
know.
Kingdom, right?
I would think.
Yeah.
Okay. You can mix them all. So I'm going through the fine print and I'm reading. You can actually add both of these ticket types to packages, but you can't mix them in the package. You could do that separately though. So for example, one of the least expensive ways to do the tickets this summer, if you want to do 3 days and you're okay missing Magic Kingdom, is to do your people 10 years old and up on the $89 per day deal. And then you do your kids at the 50% deal, because the 50% deal is cheaper than the $89 per day.
Oh, true,
so
yeah.
you can kind of, if you have, like my family, we have 1 child under 10, and then 3 of us would be over 10, obviously. And so we would do the room separate, and then we would do the 3 of us on the $89 ticket deal, and then we would do the 1 child at the 50% off. And then we would just visit Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. And just to be clear though, because I haven't said this yet, it is 1 time per each of those parks.
So no hopping.
Right, well, no hopping, and you also can't like do Epcot 2 days, Hollywood Studios 1 day.
Yeah.
So it has to be one
You
of
have to
each
do
park, yeah.
1 at each park. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which is good with me, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I could live with that.
This is why you get a because you're not going to find that information on Disney's website, folks.
Nope.
Book your tickets separate from your room, separate from the younger. I mean, you're not going to get that kind of advice from Disney. This is why you go to a travel agent, because they're going to find the loopholes.
Yeah, she broke that down really well, because that all sounds confusing. If you got a kid and you split the kid in half, do you get a discount? As like,
Split the kid in half.
yeah. I mean, hey, look, it was saving me need $20. Watch out. They go your kneecaps.
Like an old David Copperfield trick.
Exactly. Put the
Yeah.
cheek on, they
Yeah.
like lose a foot in 10 years.